Good Tuesday evening, one and all. It is time for our Roblox show for this week, which we will get started with here shortly. But first, I gotta take that card off of the screen, and we are gonna go ahead and do the Wordle for today. So let's do that before we get into anything else serious. I gotta make sure I'm using the right keyboard because I'm about to join a third PC into the same element call that I literally just started right when we came on the air. Let's try. Let's just all that. Why not? Just get that out of the queue. It's been sitting in the queue for months. Take this off before it does anything serious. But what do I expect with this thing having a processor with 2 cores? And there we are. 3 computers in one element call. Stoke? No? Oh, steak then. Yes, that's the word today. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Games you're missing. Well, no, I don't feel like doing... I'm just fine with whatever games there are. Alright, so we will do Arcade Island first here. I see that the game is on screen. I'll turn this down so that way we don't get a clash of microphones and everything like that. All right. So what happened today as we are getting started? Well, of course, as you all saw, we were live for Downers Grove, and definitely quite a lot of things happened during that morning commute. And I was thinking even well after we ended that show, ended that I would most likely change locations. You know, where we would wait for the, like, for instance, the next outbound train that would come, like 12:11. I would move over to a completely different area. Well, I'd still be on the same side of the same platform, but I'd be in a totally different spot. So that way I don't interfere with any of the commuters. And I was thinking, when we wait for the 2 inbounds, one of them being the express train and the other being the inbound local, I was thinking I'll just stay on the outbound side and let the express pass by. And then when it comes time for the local to stop and the local to make its stop, then I'll just go back over to the other side and go back to the other side and of course, you know, catch that doing its stop and whatnot. But, of course, considering how hot it was today, with heat index values in the triple digits, when I was in Downers Grove this afternoon, of course, I took advantage of the air conditioning at the station, well, in the main station building. That, along with decently filled water. And there was something else I found out, too. Remember when I showed how high those the water jets went on the fountain right outside the station? I actually found out exactly what happened, and in the afternoon, the fountain itself kept going on and off. It went on and off every minute, every 30 seconds, I don't know. Well, somewhere within that time frame. and I found out why that happened. It was because the pool of water was actually low. It was actually the water level was actually too low for the fountain to run properly. So that's why it kept going on and off every minute. So later in the afternoon, the town's public works department came by and refilled the pool with water, and that did mitigate the issue, as the fountain did remain on for the for the rest of the time. And of course, I did document the cycle of the fountain being on and off, turning on and off periodically. So I guess in some way, I've gotten myself an idea as to how the fountain turns on and how the fountain turns off. I don't know what times they leave that fountain running throughout the day. I don't know. Maybe they turn it on before the morning rush hour, or turn it on before the morning rush hour. Turn it off at the end of the evening rush at night. Or do they just leave it running 24/7 during the summer? That I do not know. But what I do know is that I found out later, after I took a shot of the fountain, I saw it on the fence in front of where the parking lot was ripped up, in front of one of the station doors. They're actually doing some renovation to the plaza that complements the station. So they're going to be replacing it with a whole new water feature. So yeah, a whole new water feature. And I looked at the website related to the project, and I also took the opportunity to also document the Main Street clock, a historic part of the town. And that is because that clock will not be there next week. That is because it is going to be sent out. It's going to be sent out for repairs. But it is going to be reinstalled as part of the project, either when it gets closer to being done, or, well, of course, right now it's being done in multiple phases. So let me pull the website up again. Not this, right here. The village website that talks about this plaza. So this is the first phase of the project, and then of course there's going to be other work like electricity and other utilities, which will follow in the coming week after those removals are done. And then of course the Main Street clock will be taken out. So this is going to be a multi-phase project. So this is the south side they're working on this year, and then they're going to work on the north side, the north side next year. So what that pretty much means is we're going to be making heavy adjustments to, where we locate when we go to downtown Downers Grove, benches and that kind of stuff. But I guess we'll find out. I will eventually find out for myself. Although I won't be able to see much of the ongoing project. I mean, we only have a few weeks left, rather. of the. Actually, I'd say about a month left of the season. So yeah, I'd say we have about a month left of the season before before the school fully gets ready to return for the 2026-27 school year and all that other good stuff. And then by then, that's it for Downers Grove. So, whatever kind of progress we'll see, so pretty much I'll get to see as much work of the project as I can. As then once the season's over with, I'm not going to be able to, I won't be able to, take a look further at the progress. Yeah, at the progress of the project, as it continues. But I guess depending on what happens with Sue, the Sue Loves Trains that I caught, that I managed to see in person in the weeks leading up to my trip, my summer trip. That's the Sue I'm talking about. So depending on whenever she gets a chance to go downtown to catch Amtrak or BNSF or whatever, then I'm sure she'll be the one continuing to document the project. But this is only the start of it. Yeah, this is only the beginning of it, and there's more to come. And with the new fountain serving as a focal point, which is very interesting. But there was something else I was going to say too. It wasn't just those episodes of Sorry and Big John's Wheel I had been recording over the past couple days, both Sunday and Monday. More specifically, on Monday, I've been testing out new additions possibly for our network, as I've been talking about an updated weather HDS that I had found. However, it doesn't seem to be working. It doesn't seem to be working properly at the moment. I'm not sure if SSP is aware of it, but I'm sure everybody else who's testing it is. Is hopefully notifying him of the issue whenever he gets around to fixing those issues. Then of course he'll make an updated. He'll of course then make an updated version, and then maybe eventually we'll roll that out. And then another thing was, I was hoping we were going to get to, continuing to transfer the employees' data from those old laptops or whatever onto the new ones. However, somehow we didn't get to that. The only thing we did get to, though, was getting the built-in Microsoft Office software registered, or rather the account that has a license with it linked. And we got them assigned to, and we put the name tags on the bottoms of the few computers. That's telling us which staff member is going to get that specific machine. So hopefully tomorrow will be the day. Otherwise, then it's going to be working on getting Chromebooks totally situated, well, for the students. So yeah, I'm hoping hopefully I can get to that tomorrow. if all goes well. Yeah, I'm hoping that will be the case if all goes well. I guess he is back from his vacation then. I would like to take the 3 of a kind and run, but I'm going to see if we can get something more than that. Oh. We'll play a few more. We'll play several rounds of this. And sure, why not? Why don't we turn on the narrator and just have it read stuff? Reason optional. Starting narrator. Closing parenthesis. At symbol. Greater than sign. But yeah, it wasn't just Weather HDS I've been testing out other enhancements too. But I only got to one in particular, and yeah, I only got to one in particular. But other than that, that was it. I didn't really get much elsewhere. But that's totally understandable as it is. So yeah, by the time we're done tonight, I still got to get Downers Grove put together from today, and yeah, I'm just waiting for the live stream to be fully processed, so that way then I can. That way I can just grab the footage and throw it into the compilation. Simple as that. Well, that and the trimming and all that good stuff. Sure hope I put the monthlies in there. What is this? Is this... I don't even know what participant that is. But... okay. Alright, we're down to 19 credits. Start window, search box. Cap A with the Q. Who's Satilla? Cap E with grave. All right, last one.
24 volume low, 30 volume low, left arrow is not equal to sign, right arrow identical to, right, left arrow is not equal to sign.
So it goes by the desktop audio, and when it's muted, it doesn't talk. All right, let's play some Super Golf now. Attention needed. Oh, yep, it found the monthly security updates that had just dropped today. And I did see that Windows Computer Technology channel video regarding this update. Well, not just for Windows 11, but also for Windows 10. And I heard this is one of the these are one of the biggest security fixes by far as of recently. This is one of the biggest security fixes. I've heard like what 540 flaws in 30 days being addressed. That's how significant that's how significant this month's updates are. Which I almost forgot to say that is what I plan on doing with those new machines tomorrow, getting them all updated with the latest security patches. So yeah, I'll just let the updates work in the background. And oh, which reminds me of something else I was gonna do. I was gonna go to narrator and turn off the arrow keys. I was gonna go have narrator announce, just turn off the arrow keys, and then
volume level is not equal to sign. Is not equal to sign.
Is not equal to sign.
Almost equal to 0, 0, Z. Intersection. 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 Infinity. 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 Square root. N a raised to the top. Partial differential. Partial differential.
Partial differential.
10 volume.
Downward arrow. Got it on the first go. Gibberish. 1 of 1 window. Oh wait, wrong computer.
Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. 1834 volume level. 7 8 5 8 3 8 1 8 2/3 1/3. Capo sign. Trademark. Sound recording copyright. At symbol. At symbol.
At symbol. At symbol.
Grave accents. 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 Closing parenthesis. 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 Equal sign. Equal sign. Equal sign. 34 volume level. Exclamation point. 20 volume level.
It's already as annoying as it is.
Ampersand. Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis. Opening parenthesis.
Oh, too hard. Try a little slower. There we go.
slash 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 single quote 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 single quote
Single quote.
single quote single quote 6 $dollar sign 665
You know what? Now that I think about it, let's try to play that. Let's try to play that one pixie tracker thing on. Let's try to play. Let's try to play that. Let's try to play that pixie tracker song over the Sullivan call. Oh yeah, now pixie tracker's in the last state it was in. Then I gotta go to load song. Here's this. Or I could just load a new one. 6412. That's what it sounds like. Now let's try to play this. That's lovely. The Verizon shutdown sound. How about this thing?
34 volume level. 20 volume level.
Nope, it didn't happen again. Nice, I got it in one again. Now it's just a whole bunch of instruments mixed together. And that's the end of it. Now if I connect up my network share, in fact I should go to the documents folder here. gonna be called this one. And I'll just link up my H drive.
File Explorer window. Items.
Undo copy.
Start _Windows. Select it. Navigation tree. Data 1 / Windows. 20 volume.
Alright, and then I gotta go to wherever it's stored. It's right here. Ooh. I had quite a good dinner tonight. That's for sure.
/ Navigation tree. Items.
Oh, I got it before it did anything.
Radio dance floors make copy. Menu item documents. File.
Underscore.
Opening parenthesis.
Closing parenthesis.
Extractor. Items view list. Bin. Not selected. Songs. Items view list. Aquarium. Make document. Not selected. Songs. File explore.
Load song. Here it is. And there it is in its unmodified form. Let's play it, shall we? Let's just do here. That's the best I got. This is as far as I got. And then I even added clapping sounds later on. Yeah, that's as far as I've gotten on the song as of this moment. Start window, search window, search box. Yeah, and even when I try to plug in the even just very lightly into the power strip, it'll just short it out, and then it cuts the power to everything that's plugged into it, including this computer. It's a shame, but that's the way it is. Let's switch the video to virtual camera. And now we have 3 different screens, all showing at once. Great, now how am I supposed to get around this cypress tree or wherever it is? Okay, just keep hitting R to go back and start over. Oh, too hard. Try again. Oh, so a little branch there. Yeah, not hard enough. And I heard one of the other outbound trains to Fairview had a mechanical problem today, which made it pretty late on its way to its last stop, which is Fairview Avenue. Just like what we normally see in the morning. Yep, I'm like the only one left. So now, Let's just start a new song. 24, 8 tracks. Oh, let's see how far we get with this. But yes, folks, the hardware upgrades are still in the works. But once I'm able to get the hardware, then we can actually do the whole upgrade process. That is, if all goes well tomorrow. Also, I should pass along a reminder that our broadcast times might be I don't know what's the word for it. Might actually be delayed by anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes on some days. Because as I stated during the Dire Scrolls live stream this morning, I've begun the procedure of the most important step of my future in terms of getting a future job. So I'll be spending some day, a good chunk of that day focusing more on preparation for that than our programming. So as such, I can tell you that for our Wednesday Fun and Game show tomorrow, I'd say since I usually finish by like 1 from work, that does unfortunately mean I'll be missing Southwest Chief number 3 and Zephyr number 5 as they head toward their final destination. No. As Southwest Chief number 3 and California Zephyr 5 begin their journey from Chicago to Los Angeles and San Francisco, respectively. I'm going to be missing both of them because, Downers Grove actually is a neat spot because that's actually one of the first places where Amtrak's long distance trains, well, a few of them, go by before we see it on any other rail can, like Mendota or La Plata, Galesburg, Fort Madison. Well, those places. Yeah, really those places. But of course, there are some days where I'm not able to go to Downers Grove or the race or anywhere else on the racetrack to catch them. But of course, that's the way things go sometimes. And as I stated, I won't be able to do it on Friday either because I'll be pretty much here the whole day taping episodes of shows. And I was thinking I'll see what kind of software testing I can get done tonight following our show. But because I was a little late in airing the new program showcase late this afternoon going into the evening, we're going to air it immediately following this. We're going to air it immediately following this show. So that way then we can just get it out of the way and then I won't have to worry about it for a good while afterwards. And then Thursday night will likely be the same story too. So yeah, those were some other programming notes that I'd like to pass along. But despite the delay tomorrow, we're still going to do our games as we normally do. We'll still do them, right? We'll still do Wheel of Fortune, we'll still do Hyperbowl, we'll still do Monopoly, we'll still do Yahtzee. And likely to fill in for the 7 o'clock hour, we'll do more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels with those other duelists that I did mention on Saturday we could possibly get to, but, well, we did not get to it because by the time we finished with Joey, it was already almost 10? So, I can tell you that for sure, we will get to the other duelists tomorrow. We will tomorrow night. of course, the WMBS word game, all that good stuff. So we're still set to do all that tomorrow. What's this update here?
Beginning at 7:35 p.m. on July 14th, 2026 and ending at 7:35 p.m. on July 15th, 2026. Message from Apostle Beaver Seal Emergency Management, Cottonwood Firebirds Car. Residents within a 1/4 mile of North Creek have now been elevated to set status. Make sure your emergency kit is packed and ready to go. Be ready to leave at a moment's notice. If Deputy/SAR tells you to go, be ready.
It's interesting that Tom's doing the voice of iPause stuff. Well, I guess it's good the Tom voice found a job after he lost his job at Weather Radio Canada when it shut down.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
So now recreating the General Signals Type 3 electronic bell. And we could probably make it faster. Sure, I'll name it as GS Type 3 E-Bell. Or I'll just call it GS Type 3 Bell. Song is saved. Even though it's not really a song, it's just a recreation of a railroad crossing bell. Or rather, the audio. I can imagine what plastering this over the actual bell or having it and the original together would sound like. Alright, let's try another one.
symbol, at 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 symbol,
At symbol, at symbol, at symbol, at symbol, at symbol, at symbol.
volume level. Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis. 28 volume level. 7, dollar sign, number sign, number sign, number sign, number sign, number sign, 4, at symbol, exclamation point, grave accent, grave accent, grave accent, hyphen, 0, underscore, plus sign, equal 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 sign, multiply, divide, 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 divide.
To divide.
Number lock off, divide, number lock off, divide, multiply, subtract, add. Settings window. 3/4, question mark, 3/4, micro sign, not sign, left, not sign, not sign, left pointing double angle quotation mark, feminine ordinal indicator. Section sign, broken bar, vertical bar, yen sign, currency sign, pound sign, cent sign, inverted exclamation mark, exclamation point, inverted left, 1/2, 3/4, question mark, cap 8 with grave, cap 8 with tilde, cap 8 with diaresis, cap 8 with ring above, cap 8 with acute, cap 8 with circum, cap Latin letter A, cap C with cedilla, cap E with grave, cap E with acute, cap E with circumflex.
Circumflex. Oh, great. Now they're feeding into one another.
Cap E with diary, cap I with grave, cap I with acute, cap I with circumflex, cap I with diaresis. Costa Rican Colon sign, Cruzeiro sign. Naira sign. One sign, New Shekel sign, Vietnamese dong sign, Euro sign, Laotian kip sign, Mongolian tug rig sign. Cuban peso sign, Paraguayan guarani sign, Ukrainian hryvnia sign, Indian rupee sign, Turkish lira sign. Closing bracket, exclamation point, plus sign, equal sign.
Alright, let's change the voice.
Have narrator announce when I type Microsoft shoot asterisk, send out Royal Product Site. Royal Product Site. Production area. Royal Product Site. Production area.
Production error. Great. Am I aiming it the right way? Almost. But I wasn't. But I was going too slow. Oh my god, I thought that worked. Oh my gosh, what is gonna work? Try again. And it just bounces me right out. What is gonna work? Am I not aiming the right way? I thought we had it. But that's it. I can't go any more than that. Apparently.
28 volume level. Production area. Indefinite integral mathematical intersection symbol infinity. Text is not editable. Production area. Royal Product Site. Settings window. Microsoft Mark.
Microsoft Paint.
United States. Selected.
Text is not editable. 30 volume level. Text is not editable.
Yeah, nothing is editable.
Scan. Selection pasted. Selection pasted. Selection pasted. Selection pasted.
Selection pasted.
Selection pasted. Selection pasted. Selection pasted.
Alright.
Selection pasted. Selection pasted. Selection pasted.
How about that Uno game next?
Selection pasted. Selection pasted. Selection pasted. Production error. Yu-Gi-Oh! Equals closing parenthesis. Closing parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
We haven't played the idiotic investing mode in a while.
30 volume level. Blank. Text is not editable. Underscore 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 blank. Text is not editable. Text is not editable. Text is not editable. Element blindfold chat scan off. Scan. Text is not editable. 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 Getting summary. No summary available. 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 Not a narrator command. Not a narrator command. Not a narrator command. T. Tango. T. Tango. Echo. X-ray. Not a narrator command. Not a narrator command. Not a narrator command. Not a narrator command. Focus on text editor. Focus on text editor. No status bar. No status bar. No status bar. Not a narrator command. 100%. 100% vertically scroll. Closing parenthesis. T. Closing.
Okay, maybe if I move this away from the
30 volume level.
microphone, that might help.
Indefinite integral mathematical intersection symbol infinity. Production error. Text is not editable. Mocuba. Joey Wheeler.
Narrator voices reading the names of Yu-Gi-Oh characters.
Seto Kaiba. Seat space. Set. Kaiba. Blank. Set O Kaiba.
That's better. That is much better.
Blank. Set O Kaiba. Blank. Set O Kaiba. Joey Wheeler. Moki blank. Yuji Moto.
Yuji Moto.
Blank. Yuji Moto. Blank. Yuji Moto. Blank. Joey Wheeler. Set O Kaiba. Blank. Yu-Gi-Oh! Blank. Text is not editable. Equals
21. Oh no. Let's add another block spank. Yay. Alright, we're back after that abrupt loss. yeah, that was kind of perfect when I was talking about the power strip. Yeah, it's definitely starting to bite the dust. So now I've moved my computer over to a separate circuit so that way it doesn't go out. So that way if the power strip decides to go out, only the monitor and the WR400 will and not the computer. Although I am willing to sacrifice my lights in the process. But you know what? That's fine. Well, now I gotta get everything back up, make sure that Elements has reconnected properly.
Voice call. Graphic. Incoming voice call at level 2. Expand.
Sure, we can sacrifice one
Avatar.
computer.
Group. Select the left. Scan off. Voice call. Graphic.
What if I hit
Incoming
decline
voice
on the
call
other
at level
machine?
2. Expand. Button. Avatar. Group. Select the Lempine 5435.
It ends the call.
Lempine 5435 matrix.org. Decline.
It just ends the call immediately.
Button. Open room. Elect the Lempine 5435 with one unread message.
With
Scan.
one unread
Element
message.
1, elect the Lempine 5435. Element hashtag WPLDEAS locked up. Scan off.
Exclamation
Hashtag
point.
Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Exclamation point.
Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Exclamation point.
Element 1, elect the Lempine 5435 window. Element 1, elect the Lempine 5435.
Sure, let's have a second one join in. Yay! 2 copies in the same call!
Now it's working good. Oh, goody.
Now let me get back to that Uno game that we were playing before the power strip decided to go. Before the power strip decided to go kaput.
Yes. Or it went crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely starting to bite the dust at this point.
Room info. Home. No previous heading level 1.
No previous heading level 1.
Ah,
No previous heading level 1. No previous heading
There's
level
no
1.
previous heading level 1. Text is not editable.
Text is not editable. Text is not editable. Text is not editable.
nothing else is edible. What are you playing over this deal?
Let me try to get the Discord client back up.
Power battery status.
Power battery status. 55%.
Volume speaker. Realtek. ARM. Audio 30%. Button. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark.
Question mark. Question mark.
Great accent.
Great accent. Great accent. Great accent. Great accent.
Exclamation point.
Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Exclamation point.
Use fans of
Number sign. 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 Number sign.
all your ding 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 sounds.
Ding 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 sounds. And sure, let's even have a third computer join in.
Oh my goodness. Wait, I can't see the second source. What's going on here? Well, you actually got two sources.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me. That's on. This one's not on. That's the issue. Yay, there we go. Now we have 3 screens. Now we have 3 screens.
Oh my goodness. Whoa. What's going on here?
Their fingers are crossed. Yeah, there's my attempted reenactment of the General Signals Type 3 electronic crossing bell.
Yeah.
That one was easy and simple to make. Let's add this instrument in as well.
What are you trying to make, Desert Val?
Let's recreate the sound of a railroad crossing bell.
That's not what it sounds like.
Well, that's the exact pitch of the General Signals Type 3 though. That's in down as ground.
Keeps cutting out. Uh-oh. Here we go.
The video's closed and we have a buyer.
Yeah, but you need to like make a ground pitch. I don't think there's any reasonable instrument that works just so good. Oh my god.
Let's add more instruments. Let's have every instrument do it. Almost every single instrument that's in Pixie Tracker. Yeah, every single one. Or basically whatever I can fit.
Oh my goodness. This sounds like mine. It's so much resolution. It's kind of. Well, that kind of sound like it a little bit. That's not gonna sound like it. Oh, my god. What?
Now to put it all together.
That sounds nothing like. That sounds nothing like.
Sounds nothing like a crossing bell at all.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so.
Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
Exclamation point. Let's let the Verizon shutdown sound again.
No. You know what? That sounds like the Windows shutdown sound. One of them.
It sort of does, but yeah, it sort of sounds like the Windows XP shutdown, but it's the exact same. It's the exact same pitches that Verizon Wireless used when they made the shutdown sounds all those years ago.
Windows Me. Millennium freaking edition. I hate that.
Good thing I didn't grow up using that. Anyway, so I'm kind of relieved.
What about my samples? You want to import my samples to you?
Oh, that reminds me.
What is that song?
This is my attempt at radio dance floor.
That's not what it sounds like, you freaking devil. Oh, it actually does, never mind. That's the beginning of it.
Yeah, there's more to it.
But it only gets really complex when you turn the letter out of a song. Yeah. I'm just not on my plan.
Yeah, I did whatever I could of it.
It does sound like it. They did pretty good, actually. Not bad, man. You actually did pretty good.
Yes. Yeah, this is just and this is as far as I got in it. Yeah, that's as far as I got as of right now. That's as far as I got as of right now, but of course I'm gonna make more additions to it.
Hold on, come back, finally? Is this seriously on the plan? Oh, Jesus, not like my file, but
Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Closing
it's trying to come back, but there's no date. It's wonderful.
Closing parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Closing parenthesis. Exclamation point. Exclamation point.
Exclamation point.
Speed
I
decreased
guess
to
I can do
40%.
this.
Getting summary. No summary available. No summary
Some
available.
cat.
No summary available. No summary available.
No summary available.
Let's try the thing again.
Text is not editable. Text is not editable. Text is not editable.
Text is not editable on my end.
Minimize call chat. Room list navigate. Room. Text is not editable.
You know what? I'm gonna try info box.
No previous info box. No next info box. Unavailable. Toggle favorites. No next checkbox. No next checkbox. No next checkbox. No next checkbox.
No, next checkbox.
No next checkbox. Speed decreased to 60%. Not a narrator. Not a narrator. Not a narrator. Not a narrator event.
Speeding up now.
Speed
Look at this.
decreased to 50%. Character reading on. Character reading on.
Character reading off.
No previous heading level 5. No previous heading level 5. Scan off. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Subtract. 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 Multiply. Divide.
Like, red light. Hey, let me go to my Gemini. Do August today. Gosh.
What's it at? Oh, okay.
Less than sign. Less than sign. Less than sign. Greater than sign. Greater than sign.
Greater than freaking sign. What's that noise? Another car going down my street. No, oh my god, what is this? What are you trying to do, Jessica? That's way too loud. Turn that down, please. I can't.
This is down here. 50 velocity 56.
Your microphone's feedbacking, man.
Oh, of course it is. 18 volume level.
Keep it to 0 or something.
10 volume level. 10 volume level. Let's just erase over them.
Oh, what did I just do? Don't do that. Amen. What did I just do?
See what we got here.
Now. What is that?
It could likely be the start of a song, or I'm just experimenting with ideas of possibly other songs to try to make with this thing.
Find out what song it is?
Oh wait, that's a big stack of cars.
Where's score not study? Now let's see.
I gotta find a way out of here. Out of this parking lot.
Oh my goodness. Gotta use.
Recommended route to the right. Share. Maybe we can just mute the microphone on this computer altogether. Yeah, that'll stop the feedback.
28 volume level. 30 volume
Or at least
level.
mitigate it in some way. Oh, great.
Question mark. Question mark.
Alright, let's try this again.
There you go. We're back. I'm back, I think. I don't know.
I think.
We're all back on
Less
the
than
same
sign.
page.
Less than sign. Greater than sign. Greater than sign. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark.
So great. Pressing other characters can change the octave.
Question mark. Question mark.
Still
Question mark.
feedbacking,
Question
still
mark.
feedbacking,
Question
still
mark.
feedbacking.
Question mark.
Question mark. Hold on.
Still feedbacking, still feedbacking, still feedbacking.
Well, it's not as bad now. Now that if you,
Still pretty bad.
yeah, still pretty bad. Well, I guess that's what happens when I try to run. That's when I try to run the same element call on 3 different computers all at the same time. So.
Yeah, and that's why the line is going all crazy, crazy.
Yep. So let's go ahead and take this one off.
Right. Yeah, you might want to.
Take that one off. And then we'll take this one off.
Scan. Element.
So now that leaves us with just the one.
Quick. Menu. System tray.
Now it's just the one.
No!
Discord.
You took it away! And okay, is that good? Just stop that. Gainesville. Where's Gainesville at?
Roblox. Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis. Question mark.
Actually,
Yes.
should be at least 10.
One tap S. Question mark. Question mark. Question captive. Question mark. Question captive. Tap in. Question mark. 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 Question mark.
Is your microphone still active, Jensen?
Yes, yeah, it's still active. I moved it over to just the one PC now.
Oh.
Now it's just the one, like it should be. I usually like to try the 3 PCs on my own time.
Yeah, sure. I was trying to submit an Oculus device. Use the kills tab. And I kept saying Drake for some reason. Which is one of my characters, so. No, there's not.
Oh, now it says waiting for media. I don't know if it has like a timeout or something. But anyway, let's continue west onto I-80 toward Des Moines, the Quad Cities, wherever it goes west. I found out how interesting it is that Illinois signs entire states as control cities on some of these roads, except for something like I-55. They sign it north for Chicago or south to St. Louis. And then some parts it's either Bloomington, Springfield, or sometimes both. Yep, his connection went out.
Now we're back. Finally, got them long enough time for me to show the audio on my phone.
Yeah, that.
Greater than sun. Greater than sun. Number sign. Number sign.
Number sign.
Upper sign.
Number sign.
Oh, number sign.
34 volume level.
Buffet.
And right up ahead is Chicagoland's least favorite, or I don't know, whatever kind of bridge. The Displays River Bridge that's been rated structurally deficient since like what, 2019 or something? Actually, maybe it was even well before that, 2017 or.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. But yeah, it's been over a decade, and I'm glad they're gonna finally do something about it. Yeah, that they're gonna do something about that bridge, or specifically replace it altogether.
That's crap. It's not going to that.
Well, that's lovely.
What?
Let me respawn the car and let me respawn the vehicle, and we're gonna pick up where we left off. Well, now it's just called Hobart Road, not Hollywood and Hobart together. Because now the Hollywood Casino that used to be along the Displays River, that moved to where Illinois Route 59 terminates at I-55. So it moved over to near the confluence with I-80, I-55, and State Route 59.
New notification from Windows Update. Your device will restart to update outside of active hours. Estimate 8 minutes. Leave it on and plugged in. Open settings to adjust your active hours and whether you want reminders. Actions. 1 of 1. Window.
And whether you want reminders. Sure, let's use the tab keys. Yeah, there's a lot of security
Settings
patches.
window.
There's a lot of
Choose a
security
voice.
patches here.
Windows update. Windows update. Selected.
Sure,
Restart
well this
required.
thing doesn't have any
Estimate.
element calls going on. Let's do it right now.
Lock shut. Restart anyway.
Restart anyway. Restart anyway. A W. Did we lose him? All right. Yeah, it was like so silent after I said after. Yeah. So. This time, instead of going east, we're gonna go west.
No, it's Genesis. Well, there's a lot of pixels. I mean, it must be busy with this update coming in. I don't know if I can do. Hold on, yes, I can.
Of course, I found out this is the biggest one. This is the biggest one. The biggest one yet so far.
The biggest update.
The biggest in terms of how many vulnerabilities and flaws have been patched. I heard like 540 of them in total.
Yeah, look at this, Justin. Oh, I think it's going to be update 2.
Yeah, my HP's gotten the update already. I have it paused on my other computers, and I plan to update those later in the week.
I mean, you know what? I'm just going to try to see if I can. Well, I don't know the score, but I can find something that I can. But keep this going here.
G. G.
It's not going to stand up. That's not going to stand up. There's your pixel waterfall. Oh, slow down. Good.
Yeah, the binary waterfall or something.
Actually, it's a byte waterfall, not
The byte waterfall, but
from Wireshark that represents all the packets of my network.
yeah. Yeah, it's two different things. Well, binary waterfalls for files and
Yeah, that'd be fun, but no, this is totally different.
yeah, of course it's a totally different thing.
I think I already got the payloads. Oh, actually, just shut the payload. Exclamation point. Actually, I'm gonna see if there's an update available. Let me just go to my computer. See what's going on with it, because now it's actually gonna start slowing down here. Oh, what's going on? We got a whole bunch of them. Shit. We got a whole bunch of updates here. Alright, I guess we have to download and install all. Uh-oh. Here we go. Well, I like the dark. Oh, here we go. Now it's beginning eventually. Now we got it going again. Wow. Element exclamation point. Well, packets. I'm actually gonna exit out this way it doesn't disrupt my. I don't want it to do this anymore. For the updates, and just let this download.
Yeah, let it all download and install.
Oh, you know what I was gonna do? Also, just if you
It's actually going to I was actually gonna do some clamming interesting. Because there's so many annoyances with the original clamming me that I keep having to
And now here we go north on I-55 towards Chicago.
Yay! Speaking of Chicago, there's a lot of ducking tonight. Again. And
A lot of it.
don't wait for some reason why it is. Yeah, that was really on the way now. Alright. Where's I wanna see playing deep here. I think I threw a lot of stuff here. Holy crap. Wow, I did a whole bunch of stuff here, didn't I? Yeah. I also have the Game Act 37. Like the 32, whatever the fuck it is.
Something.
False positives. I
Something.
like Plan Baby though. Don't see this. Where's Alright, now we'll add some more here. I think it's you know what? I want to actually see if the complete time separated list of all PUA types in that noise.
That's the pavement in this Northern Illinois driving game that I randomly found.
I thought those were my tires.
No, it's the sound of the pavement.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Illinois really likes to do their bridges differently.
Well, that would be really weird. You know what? I need to make one that sounds like a quad or what is it, ATV? That things have really nice sounds when you go up to high speed. Like they're kind of sounds like that kind of, except the engine and the motor or something like that, whatever. It just sounds like it's gonna take off.
Sort of.
You know? Sort of, even though it's not actually going like 100 miles per hour, it's actually going 60 miles per hour. That's what it sounds like, but it just sounds like a ship or something taking off. just vendor detection names and include
Okay.
32
All right, well, that's enough of that game.
slash coin miner.
Let's see what else we've got. We still have we still have the smaller version of Cornerstone. And now that the update's finished, Binary Waterfall should still be in here. Here it is. Binary Waterfall is loading.
System
This will be fun. This will be fun. Let's see what we can.
It seems like to be a new place.
What are these two? These are XM files, so. So we're gonna try and play a random song through this. Oh god. Oh gosh. That sounds pretty crazy through the binary waterfall.
Oh no, I can't. I couldn't make the sound output if I needed to.
Let's try this one. Let's try this one. That's really all it outputted. That's really everything the binary waterfall outputted. Putting that's the way it is .xm through the binary waterfall, and that's what it out and that's everything it outputted in just a few seconds. Yes, I did not abandon the binary waterfall.
Open. Oh my god. Wow. That's everything? Everything not much, but only have 164.
And now we can just play the song without it being in the binary waterfall. Without it being in the binary waterfall at all.
I'll understand. Single.
now let's add the 3D spectrum visualizer.
Triple. Oh, jeez. Single. Strike.
Right. Let's try the binary of pictures of the blue eyes white dragon card. Oh wow. It's just nothing but static. And time's up. Got 21. A game will start at Quizmate. Wherever that game is. It's probably up on the second floor.
Oh, wait, are you in Roblox right now?
Yeah, we've been in Roblox for a few hours.
Roblox. Oh my god, it's really
Ah, darn, it was too late. Oh, whatever. We're gonna play Micro Squared instead. So let's add the narrator again. As it reads the arrow keys as I press them. Which reminds me there was something I forgot to re-enable. There we go. That's been fixed. Left arrow, up arrow. Oh my gosh, that thing went up to 3.8. 869.
What?
That was my score compared to 975 to get the bonus. That's how close I came.
Wow.
And then here's that all too familiar beanbag toss game from Dave and Buster's or whatever.
Yeah. Big was already on there. This is on your toolbar. Oh, what am I doing? Come on. No.
That's it. Only got 600. But we're gonna do it again. Yep, but we're gonna do it again.
Update Alex. File sharing. Um, Wait, where's the first one? Here.
There's another variant of Let's Bounce that doesn't have any music at all,
Dang.
unlike the other one.
That's a lot of entries. I mean, seriously, that's a lot. Wait, what? That sound effect sounds familiar. What is that? Sounds like an Atari sound effect. What the
Yeah,
heck?
it sounds like an Atari sound effect. I don't know where they got this,
No
where they
way.
got it from, but
No, it's Super Breakout.
from Super Breakout.
The first version, 2600. That's on my Cattle Controller one with the little dial.
That one, yes.
Ah, nostalgia.
I'm surprised that sound effect made it in here. And we're about to hear it again.
Kinda, but it's not.
Exclamation point to the game instantly ends.
I think it had like 5 different preset sound effects it had on it. What was the high pitch? What was the frequency modulated one? Third one was the medium pitched one, and the fourth one was the low pitched one. And then the fifth one was the silent one. It was really weird. Wow, that gives me memories.
Oh, it sure does. Let's play that Roll 3000 mode. De-equipping will end the game.
I tried putting all that PA through 132 ones.
Exclamation point.
Encrypted archive. Where's
Win time 2. Let's just do normal for right now. Match target time. So you gotta hit the space bar at the right moment.
Actually,
So close.
Scan portable executive.
We were so close.
Disable.
Now let's try extreme. Now it goes even faster. and then it hides itself.
Sure.
So yeah. So extreme, you only see it for a few seconds, and then it just hides itself. What's in hard?
Napkins. I'll use one else. Yes, move the screen and scan image files.
We're at 13 points away. So I see the closer you get to the target, the more you earn. I was 2 points off again. And here's another all too familiar game. Stacker. Space. 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 Take the minor prize.
Yeah.
Weave. What's this about? Here we go.
700.
Yeah, I see. You gotta navigate it through the maze. That's what. Ooh, game that's all about multitasking.
HTML normalization.
Down arrow.
Down arrow. Down arrow. I said this is 200 megabytes. Weird. Many thousand files. Yeah, so it really says this.
Of course, it gets harder and harder as we go. Your score 502. And what was the high score? 896. The high score is 896.
I swear that sounds like Super Breakout.
Yeah, the high score here is 896.
Wow. Okay. Wait, where's my student? Troy? I don't know if I can scan. I'm gonna. I even changed definition. Is there a clan? There's no clan scan. There's no. Where's the path for that? Let's see. Well, testing database. Where's the path? Oh, actually,
I did it too late.
plan the scan.
What is this? Panic. Use the buttons to flip the direction of the flippers. Oh, I see what you gotta do. I see what you gotta do here. You gotta get the balls into the right colors.
Actually, scheme? Where's the difference?
So that's what that's about. Color matrix. Choose color.
Holy cow!
Then you gotta match it.
This is weird.
What is this? Minesweepers in here too?
Cisco systems.
And game over.
And then
Oh, that was the jackpot on this game here.
yeah.
Run, run back home.
Here's the
What is this?
here's the guy.
Oh, you gotta avoid. Yeah, I see what you gotta do. You gotta avoid the hazards and get home to win the bonus, which is not that big. Understandable, considering how small of a game that is. Bonk. Dodge the falling objects to get to the house. Okay. Okay.
Yes. I don't know what Tom's supposed to do.
The jackpot is
I'm gonna spend
is
actually
core 22. Game over. New high score.
16. There we go. Hey, what the hell did I just do?
How about this one?
There you go. What are you doing? You just
Score 3. Game over. Yeah. Yeah, and there's more on the second floor, which is just nothing but claw machines. But it's a must be a level 5 and a member of Cornerstone Labs to enter. Yeah, let's see what else we have here. Escape. Enter. Alright, where's that other arcade game?
come on.
Well, I was thinking let's finish things up tonight by bringing back sort of a classic. You know, a game we haven't touched in quite a long time. I'm not sure how many of you remember this game. It's this one. Yeah, it's this one where we just try to tear down the Ferris wheel and then, you know, try to ride inside of it. Let's see what happens here. Oh wow, part of it came off. But it's still standing. Quickly, find a carriage. It's still standing. Time for another one. Oh, the wheel's still moving. The wheel is still moving even though it's standing by just one leg. Even though it's standing by only one leg. How is this Ferris wheel standing with just one leg? Honestly, I don't either. But after this leg comes off, there it goes. Now it's not much of a Ferris wheel anymore. Because it's not moving. Like, great, now I'm trapped and oh, okay, there we go. It got out. Now, let's split it up. Now it's been split into multiple pieces. Well, only the front part of it. There we go. Now the wheel is... Now it's totally been split. Now it's been split. And now we've split it into 3 different pieces. And here's another favorite of ours. The suspension bridge.
Oh yeah.
Where we try to see if I can cut the cable off with a cane. Wow, I can't believe that actually worked. On just that one. There we go, we got the other one to do it. Well, in reality, the deck is being split. Or rather, we're just cutting off the supports for the bridge. And then we're going to focus on the main deck. The main deck of the structure. The very center of it. So this might be something we will get back to, because I know it's been about a year or so or whatever since we last touched this game. Actually, I think I remember it's been longer than that. But I might be wrong. Or right. Here was another fun one to mess around with. The generating station, cooling tower. Yeah, ripping the structure open and then sirens going off. Yep, there we go. Sirens are blaring now. And now we'll just watch. And now, for the electricity side of things. Oh gosh. Maybe I should have made it more exciting. Reset electric transformer station.
So they're gonna do a power.
Oh, here was another thing. Destroying each of the individual towers.
Really?
There it goes. And there it goes. Now it's just hanging by this one tower that must come down at once. And there it goes. It's floating in the air, and then gravity will take over and do the rest. Space. Space. Space.
Actually, I'm copying this command because
And there we go. That's what remains. We're not gonna do the. We're not gonna do the. We're not gonna do the rest of the town because I want to be ready for Password tonight on NBC, which comes on in about half an hour. $32. That's crazy. Exiting narrator. Yeah, exiting narrator. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute the call while we do our closing here. So, folks, that is all the time we have for our Roblox show for this week. Well, we thank you all for joining us, despite how we were a little bit late, and the power strip decided to go kerplunk. I'm gonna need to replace that power strip. I really am gonna need to replace it. So I've moved the computer onto a separate circuit. So if the power strip decides to go kerplunk again, the only things that will just disconnect are the speakers and the monitor. That's it. The computer itself will just remain on. So, but it isn't on a power strip. But I could move it onto the other. I could move it over to the other. I could move it over to the other power strip. But I'll think about it. Come on, element bar. There we go. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just closing out the Roblox show for our. Yeah. All right. So let me get back to what I was saying. So yeah, I've moved my main PC over to a separate circuit, but I had to sacrifice my desk lights in the process. Yeah, that's been a pain in the ass to turn off, but that's okay. I can live without them. I can live without them. I mean, I turned them off literally right before I play the Yu-Gi-Oh theme and whatnot, but whatever. Well, when I go crazy and whatnot every night. Maybe not tonight because of how hot it has been. In fact, I have another crazy idea of something I could try to make within Pixie Tracker, but I'll think about it later. But for those watching on Playfield TV, don't go anywhere because we will be starting the new program showcase here in just a few moments. And then we hope you'll be with us again tomorrow morning at somewhere after 7 a.m. when we bring you our next edition of Downers Grove. And hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get to what I was going to get to today at work, but didn't get to it. So hopefully that will be the case. And yes, I will get the Downers Grove compilation finalized tonight. I'll try to get that taken care of before Password comes on. So with that being said, that's all from us here tonight. And from all of us then here at... Actually, let me try that again. So with that being said, that's it for us. And we wish you all a very pleasant good night.